If you're looking to buy your first home, odds are it's going to be a condo. And if it's a condo, odds are you're going to have an HOA. What that means is you're going to have HOA fees. So what does that mean for you, and how much are they going to cost? So before I explain how much they cost, you want to understand what the HOA is and what it covers. So number one is amenities. So say you live in a HOA community and there's a pool. Your HOA cost is going to cover the pool. That's what's going to let you go in there. Sometimes people have gyms, basketball courts, and today pickleball courts, things of that nature. And number two is going to be services. So this can be things such as water being covered, and then also say there's a lot of foliage outside, they can have landscaping, things of that nature. Now the other one is some forms of maintenance. So if something in the pool area breaks down, or really anything outside of your house, you're not going to have to pay that cost. And through the HOA, that's going to cover any maintenance exterior outside of your unit. Now you want to know, how much is it going to cost me? So it's a big range. If you're in a smaller community, maybe a not as nice community, the HOA cost can be, a couple hundred a month. Not too big of a deal. In San Diego County, I have never really seen much lower than $100 a month, so be prepared for about that amount. Now, I've also seen some really nice communities where it's over $1,000, maybe multiple $1,000s a month. Now, that's going to be for, homes or condos that are multiple millions of dollars, but it's another factor in the cost. So reason why you want to think about HOAs before you go to buy a home is, say you get approved and your mortgage is $3,000 a month and you're comfortable spending that. What happens if your HOA dues are $500 a month? You might really want to spend something that the mortgage is $2,500 a month, and then the HOAs go up to that $3,000 a month mark. So when you're looking into buying a home, you really want to know if there's an HOA and how much it's going to cost you. And something you're also going to want to look into if you're doing your homework is assessments. Now, one thing you're going to want to look out for if you're looking in a HOA community is assessments. Reason being is this is something that can happen every couple of years, and the HOA has an assessment, meaning you're going to pay more. Now, there's two ways that this goes. Sometimes it's a one-time cost, and sometimes it is a monthly raise. So with that in mind, is say you're looking at a home and it hasn't had an assessment in 10 years. Odds are there might be an assessment coming soon. And one way you can also look into that is see how much money they have in reserve cash in the HOA fund. And if it's really low, there's probably going to be an assessment soon, and you're going to have to pay that cost. Now, that's just another factor to also look into is, it's maybe $300 now, but if in a month there's going to be assessment and that HOA cost is $500 a month, that might change you wanting to buy that home. And if you make sure you do your homework, you're going to figure that out before you buy a home and not afterwards. So with this video, there's three key takeaways. Number one is see what the HOA cost is and how it affects your budget. Number two, what does it cover? Is it worth it what it covers? Three, has there been an assessment soon? Will there be an assessment soon? Will it change my monthly cost, or will I have a one-time assessment? So that's the overall idea of HOAs. I hope that taught you a little bit and maybe, hopefully, de-stressed you a bit about what HOAs are, what you could be looking to if you have an HOA coming up.